The last item was just wanted to talk to you all about scheduling of your 2022 organizational meeting. We went back and looked at what has been done before, and generally I think it's been the second Tuesday. And so if that works with y'all, formally we can start moving towards that direction and figuring out what we need to do.
Normally we come in at 8 a.m. that morning, and we do that before our regular meeting.
That would be January 11th, Kim was pointing out at 8 a.m. So if that sounds good, we'll start moving in that direction. And for now, Mr. Chair, that'll be it, and I'll save the rest until next week, with the exception of, you'll see we added one more item that we'll start putting on the agenda, which is just various correspondence that arrives that we feel is important for you all to know about. Not all the correspondence I get, but if we feel like it's important for you all as board members to see it, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a subject of discussion. And of course, you all could at any time pull things from that, but I just wanted you to be aware of what comes in. That's all I have, Mr. Chair.
Okay, I got a letter here from the literacy volunteers in New River Valley thanking us for our contribution. Anybody wants to look at it? That's all I hear, other than moving down to board members' time.
Cause I want thing real quick. Just real quick. Could y'all put together, I know like we ran into the problems of some of the bills coming in late or missing our board meetings. Do we need to look at putting a list together of some of those bills that generally come in and go ahead and do some kind of pre-approval so that we don't have late payments? Just a suggestion. I know we do it on some bills, but I was just thinking that might save some late payments on some stuff if you...
Yes, and the one thing that's listed in there, the topic was, the heading was late payment, but it actually was just the payment for that item. But to your point, we can do that. And Kim and I have also been looking at some other ways of coming and maybe bringing you the financials and those kind of things as we go forward. But we will definitely make sure that's one of the things, and then we'll bring some other suggestions.
Yeah.
Uses the taxpayers some money.
We don't do a record of paying our bills like that.
Anyway, that's all I had.
Excellent, thank you so much.
I did get my one more thing.
That's it.
I have
That's
one,
yours for the year.
that's it.
I have one brief thing, Mr. Chairman. I would like to just apprise the board. Was able to confirm this morning that we, myself and VDOT and anybody else that would like to join, if you remember back in late May, June, we passed a resolution and intersection of Forest Ridge Road and Sumter Road in Floyd County, the James Michael Cox Vietnam Memorial intersection. We'll be presenting those signs to the family, just a short ceremony with them tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. at the site. And it would have been Mr. Cox's birthday, so the family selected tomorrow for that to be an historical occasion. If anybody's able to, you're more than welcome to join us at 10 a.m. and the rain, snow, or whatever it is it's going to be. And 10 a.m.
Put somebody off to get
So if y'all can be there, I just wanted to let everybody know again. Thanks for your support for that project.
Alright, I got a little something to share with the board tonight. I'll start off by telling you today was one of the best days of my life. My wife and I were at a doctor's meeting, and the nurse came in and told me that we're going to be having a little girl, and that everything's healthy. And, those of y'all that have known me for any length of time know that I have longed to be a father for, I've been married 17 and a half years, and I have wanted to be a father for at least that long. And I didn't think it was going to happen for me. And So it's been a very emotional day for me to find out that everything has come back okay, and we're on the right path to having a healthy baby girl in the spring. I don't know how to explain how excited I am about that. But anyway, also in my life, I didn't really have this plan, but I had an opportunity come up that we haven't finalized, but I'm going to be buying a business here in town with a partner. It's going to be a number of employees that I'm going to be responsible for. And it's probably going to happen in the next month or two. So I'm already farming maybe 500 acres of land, and several more things going on in my life. So with that, for those reasons in mind, I'm going to tender my resignation tonight to the board, effective at noon, December 16th of 2021. I've also already emailed y'all this letter, and I really appreciate how each one of y'all has encouraged me and have supported me no matter what my decision was. But I really, for the benefit of my family and for this business, I don't think that it's going to be appropriate for me to continue, because I don't think I'll be able to do the right job for the citizens of the county. I'm already working 7 days a week on the farm, and I don't think that well, as my wife said, do you really want to be in a meeting somewhere when you have, while she has a screaming baby at home? And I've had the advantage of being able to talk to a number of people that have served in office and have also had families. And especially want to thank my predecessor, David Ingram, who I stopped at the store one day and talked to him, and he really encouraged me he said, if your heart is with wanting to spend time, if you have a child who wants to spend time there, he said, you better do it while you can, is what he kept telling me. And so that's what I want to do. Can't thank each one of y'all enough, can't thank staff enough. I mean, y'all have been remarkable. It's been one of the most rewarding 10 years of my life. And I can't thank the citizens of Locust Grove District enough to have supported me 3 times. And in some ways I feel like I'm walking away from the job, but on the other hand, I've always said that I thought this job was more than just the person. There's a number of people in the district that can do this job. And it's important that someone that has the time and ability to do it is here. And so I don't want to let the people that have voted for me down by not spending the amount of time that needs to be spent on this job. So, Mr. Chairman, here's the letter that I've signed, and which I already got an email with it on. I hope I can continue to serve this county in maybe in other ways, but probably not on this board. Thank you.
Anybody got anything to say?
If I say something, I'll probably start flying, and then, I don't know, he's on the verge, I think, too. So, I know what a hard decision this was, and I know how dedicated you are to all the things you do. And, I think Mr. Coleman and I and Mr. Booth and Mr. Terman have always said, and I know you've said it too, family comes first. And it's a really important time in your life. There's so many things going on, and I know that you would have had a hard time doing this job with everything else. And I think it takes courage and a sense of duty to the citizens of this county to actually resign. And I just want you to know I'm on a mission.
Congratulations. And you've done a great job. It's been privilege to serve with you, learn from you the past few years. You're making a wise decision when you have a spouse at home screaming child and you walk in. It's interesting, so you're making a good choice.
I just say it's been an honor serving with you, and you can be proud of your service. You represented the people of Locust Grove well, and you've been a part of some good things for this county as a whole, and you will be missed.
I did want to say this too. I forgot to say this, but I'm glad you said that the way you did. I am really proud of what this board has done. I really am. Joe and I are the longest serving members, concurrent members, but when Joe and I were elected, this county was taking out loans to make payroll. We were paying interest just on payroll. And to get from that point to the point that we're able to financially afford school projects, we're able to afford EDA projects, we were able to increase our pay for law enforcement and also increase the number of law enforcement we have in this county. We're doing a better job with EMS. There's some things that we've done. We've been fiscally responsible, but we've also been able to expand in some areas that needed expansion. It was some hard years to get there. There were some budgets. I voted against several budgets. I voted against several tax increases. There were some really difficult decisions along the way, and I'm really proud of where this county's at right now, financially, and I feel like I can leave with a clear conscience on our finances are in order right now.
Justin and I had a phone conversation the other day, and one of the things about this board, the makeup of this board, as it sits now on this dais, is no matter what we have voted on and discussed and how we've reached decisions, it doesn't always end in a consensus vote, but this board has been able to talk and really decipher lots of different things. And just the pandemic to start with, and our cyber attack, and a number of different things. We have really come together and made some tough decisions. We've made some good decisions, I think, but all in all, we walk out of every meeting as colleagues, and I believe as friends, and know that our work here is for the citizens of this county, and I've been very proud to serve with all of you, and we will miss you too.
Thank you,
Mr. Coleman.
One thing that rings clear to me is unity on this table. We've stood toe to toe passionately, but with dignity, and we've been unified for 4 years. And there being a new member and still new, having to learn a lot, man, that's been huge for me, and I appreciate that from each one of you. I'm sure you've had a big part of that. So.
As far as the board, I can say that when came on together, we've had our ups and downs and sideways and everything else, but we've always worked through it, But one thing I will tell you, enjoy that baby. Don't lose a minute, because you're going to blink your eyes one day and be like me and be a great grandpa. I look back, I was looking at my grandson. He just came back from Afghanistan, but I was looking at him this season, and I thought, where did the time go? You used to be a little boy that was turning up jack around the house, and now, he's got girlfriends, and my granddaughter's expecting, and, time flies. So Spend as much time as you can with them kids as you can. I said kids, and you, man, that you started, you know. Fine, baby,
He's already got a plan for you.
Until somebody has something to say.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely spend as much time as you can.
well, that's really what it comes down to for me is, yeah, Mr. Ingram, that's what Mr. Ingram told me. He said, you're only gonna get 18 years probably with them, and then they're gonna go all through life. And
I don't know, I might argue with you on that.
but he said, you know, every minute you lose is a minute that you don't have. So,
Yep.
And you'll never get it back.
and I just, the more I thought about it, the more I thought, I'm just not, I'm gonna take advantage of every minute I got.
We know, that's why I respect Mr. Coleman too, because I spent 30+ years, you know, in one position, and I missed a lot of Christmases and birthdays and all this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and if you got an opportunity where you can stay with your family and work, you know, do it, you know.
I just wanted to say one more thing. I always have.
Of course, we done had this discussion.
I haven't run into anybody, and I've served with a lot of boards that love this county any more than you and you do.
Yeah.
We may disagree and whatever, but never question where your heart
Yeah.
was at.
I agree with that, that's very true.
Absolutely.
Anything else?
Y'all probably need to discuss what happens next.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was gonna get Steve to explain what the process is gonna be from here out, you know.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In a nutshell, the process would be that within 15 days of their vacancy, we are to petition the circuit court to order a special election to be held concurrent with the next upcoming general election to fill out the remainder of the unexpired term that Mr. Yoder's vacated. Between now and the special election, the remaining members of the Board of Supervisors may fill that position with an interim appointment for someone to serve on the board until the special election in November. So I don't know what your process, you have a lot of flexibility, I think, as far as.
Well, you know, even though we have the ability to appoint somebody, I don't want to do that. I think it should be left up to his district only to come up. You know, anybody in his district that, you know, wants to apply, then we'll set up an interview and we will go from there.
Okay, so if I hear you correctly, what you're saying is even though you could make an appointment tonight, or well, you can make an appointment as of the effective date of
Right.
Mr. Yoder's resignation, without taking expressions of interest or anything like that, but you're saying you want to have a process like that.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So,
And that was what I expected.
okay.
You know,
So,
some
get a notice in the paper this week that anyone's interested from the Locust Grove district only,
Right.
you know, can apply, and we will set up an interview date. You know, go from there.
That's a good point. The appointments, the board would have to appoint someone from the Locust Grove district.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, so that, you know, I want the whole county to know that they're not gonna flood us, you know, it's, it'll be for Locust Grove. So you're tasked with doing that?
We're good. And we'll further discuss it at the December 14th regular meeting.
Yeah, if we see how many,
See how many applicants we get.
Okay.
If we could do the interviews that afternoon, that would, or evening, or whatever, would be fine, but If not, we'll get you to one more meeting this month.
No.
My apologies.
Maybe one more meeting.
Overtime.
Yeah, get that overtime.
But I hear you would like to have, the public have the ability to apply, Mr. Chair, if I might, given what sounds like your desire to move this along quickly. That we would, from the staff side, we would encourage folks to either bring their letter by the office and make sure that it gets handed to a person.
Yep.
Or submit something in email. And we have our comments, I think is what, yeah. We have comments at floydcova.org. That would be an excellent place for people to go ahead if they wanted to apply online. So that way, that's one that's easy for both Kim and I to be able to access and make sure that all the names of folks who want to be considered are available to you.
I trust that they would provide the information to validate their district.
Yes, thank you. Qualification, their qualification, yes, thank you, their qualifications. But my suggestion would be that they not be sent via mail.
Right, especially during the holiday season.
Yes.
I guess you could confirm with the registrar.
Yeah,
Make sure that they are.
Yeah, the locust
Qualified.
Qualified voter of the Locust Grove district in order to serve.
Would we use the new districts,
What?
based on the new districts?
Well, we haven't approved it.
Yeah.
We haven't approved the new district yet, but
It has to be under the old districts.
And even if the districts are approved, they can't take effect for 30 days from the date of approval, so.
And really, in Locust Grove, there's only one small change, I think. I think
Yeah.
that's the least change.
That's the least change.
That's true.
Yep.
The people in that small little neck out there can run for the office in November.
Yeah. Yep. That little, what do we call it, a finger?
Doug and Tim's finger.
Yeah. Finger.
The best finger.
Yeah. And there are a couple other people.
Isn't that all?
Is that enough?
Yeah, I'd say.
you might want to say.
Magic words, then.